welcome to Clarify Your Day. Now, today, I have been talking to this person for a while about how I want them to be on my podcast when and if it ever comes back. And guess what? We're back. And he's here. May I welcome the number one, the best, Charlie's chaperone in the move. He's an actor. He's a comedian. He's a sketch performer, which is, you'd say, well, that's a comedian and an actor. But no, it's kind of its own talent, I'm going to say, a sketch performer. And really, I think it was your set of footprints in the sand. Okay. Tim Girrbach, welcome.
Woo! Yay! Thank you.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
gosh,
What a
so
nice
excited.
introduction. So lovely.
You're welcome. I mean, it's well deserved. You're deserving of so many accolades for sure.
Thank you. It's about goddamn time.
For those of you who don't know, Tim was the chaperone of my cat Charlie on the cross-country venture.
Yep. And you would think it would have been simple and easy, but
you would have thought. Nope. I think you were also, I say you were Charlie's, you were my chaperone. Let's be honest.
People have told me that I can be an emotional support friend.
You are.
I'm pretty chill.
Very good energy. Very chill, but light when you need to be.
Yeah, and quiet when you
need to be. That's the key. There's a lot of people that can be like, hey, let's make a joke out of this situation. But the key thing that you do phenomenally well is you're just like, okay, I'm going to just step back while this chaos happens and we'll let them, but I'm here. But yeah.
Well, I think I also have a pretty good poker face that internally I'm probably freaking out just as much as you are. But also I feel like when you can see your friend is experiencing a lot of stress, you can't add to it. I mean, I would hope not.
You got to pretend.
You just a lot of smiling and nodding.
A lot of pretending. And
pretending like you've absorbed all of the information.
Absolutely.
Pretending like you didn't have the TSA pre-check, but actually you did. Well, that was after the fact.
Let's get into it, Tim. Okay. So I moved from New York to LA, if you don't know, nearing 2 years ago. Can you fucking believe? I can't. Anyhow, So flying with my cats, you have to have one person per cat. I am someone, or per pet, whatever. I am someone that never likes to ask for help because I do like to do it all myself and then be like, I did it all myself. I didn't need anyone. Not good. But then they said, TSA, no, you need someone, which praise Jesus. Footprints in the sand. You were there. I said, Tim, come along. Because I wanted just to spend that time with you. And I knew that you would be such emotional help and also when needed physical help. But then also
all that training.
All the training. Having to take care of me. So
you put me through a lot. It was, those psych courses, the obstacle course.
Yes, we did all of the personality tests, the Myers-Briggs, the Enneagram.
My Venus is in Libra.
I'm sorry. Excuse me, everybody.
Yeah. Hello.
Watch out.
Yeah.
I love astrology, but I don't know anything about it.
I don't
know just enough to be dangerous, but
I only know from a friend who asked me, and I said, I have no idea. She made me take a test.
There we are. I revisit it every couple of years as a reminder, and then I soon forget. It's a language. It's truly a language. I am not good with language, so it shall not be for me. Anywho. The day of the flight, I also had to leave my apartment of 12 years. And, you know, plenty of people could be more prepared, but I, of course, wasn't.
No. Overrated.
Thank you so much for knowing. Anywho, we won't belabor the point, but we did finally get my 8 suitcases or however many fucking suitcases, the 2 cats, you and I in a giant Uber on our way to JFK. I thought, because this had happened before, and I didn't believe it before, and I know everyone will be like, Claire, you're a dumb idiot, because before I had purchased tickets for a friend when we were flying overseas a few years ago, and I had TSA pre-check, and she did not, but we both were able to go through TSA pre-check, which did not make sense to me at the time, but it factually happened.
I think it honestly might depend on the TSA person you are dealing with.
True. Like which airport at what time.
Yeah, but we thought I didn't have it. Turns out.
I'm sorry. You said you didn't have it.
I was certain I did not because listen, in 2021, I applied for it. Mm-hmm. I paid whatever the like $85 or whatever it is. I went to a place. I was going to a wedding in Charleston, and I was stressed out about like, it was still like, you know, the remnants of COVID and like,
yes.
Let me make this as streamlined as possible.
Yeah.
I only got an email, and I thought it said it was sending me like a physical card in the mail. Never received that. So I thought,
sure.
I guess I never got it. And also life happened and I wasn't flying that much.
Right. So it didn't matter.
Turns out I did have it. It could have made our lives a lot easier on that trip because when we got to security, they said, no, he's got to get on the line.
We stood in line.
We had about 15 minutes to catch.
At least. Also, like, yes, we're minutes away from
missing the flight.
We had already stood in line in the pre-check. Then we get up to the front, and the guy's like, "No, he has to leave." Then you had to go, thankfully, with
Charlie the cat running into regular security for, you know, the common people, which is
layman people.
That's the only life I've known until recently, and. I was shoved. I was I was the person that I hate going, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I have a cat and I have to, I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
I got through finally get to the front of the line. Didn't know how to unhook any of the gazillion little things hooking the cat in. Then when the woman said, hands, I said, mine are the cats. To wipe down. I was so stressed out.
I think it's a valid question.
I truly put Charlie's paw in her face, and she was like, yours. You're
like,
yes, I have hands as well.
For like questions.
Oh, yeah. They're like, there's a deranged blonde person running through with a cat. I don't know.
I don't think it's his cat. He doesn't even know the cat.
He doesn't. Yeah, he can't. They're like, did you pack this bag? Actually, no, I didn't.
Oh. Someone gave it to me.
Someone handed it to me, and they told me to get on this line.
So true. It's so funny because I sometimes will watch those stupid videos of like customs in Australia. Don't ask why. I have a weird algorithm. And I'm always like, why would someone ever have a bag that they didn't pack? Bitch, that's what it was.
I had a live animal that I did not pack. So I had no idea. There were many hooks, many levers and pulleys. Such a complicated system in the harness. What's part of the bag? What's part of the harness? I was like, they were the tiniest little clips too. So I don't know if you're like me when you're stressed out, your hands kind of go like.
They grow, they're sweaty, and they shake.
It was a perfect storm. But once we got onto that flight.
Which was immediately after arriving to the gate.
2 minutes later.
They had already boarded the plane. We were the last.
Literally just in time.
Or next to last, if not. Yeah.
Miracle.
Chaos, absolute chaos. But then cut to months later, you say, by the way, I did find out I am TSA pre-check. So, you know, listen, if we had missed the flight, I don't know if we could have been my fault.
Could have been my fault.
I don't know if we could be talking right now.
You know what? Turns out, double check your email, read the full thing.
Sure.
and it had my whatever it is, your KTN, and I said,
number.
Wait a minute.
I think that's idiot. I did pay money and give my fingerprints.
Yeah, I was like, this feels like I jumped through a lot of hoops for nothing.
For being like not approved or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, I guess, I don't know, something in my background check.
Very questionable.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, speaking of travel, we haven't spoken from your recent trip. Now, a question that I like to typically ask is like, what's a favorite day that you've had recently? But I'm going to project and assume that you had a favorite couple days recently in the desert of Nevada.
Yes. Oh my God. It was my first time. My first time going to Las Vegas.
Stop it.
With this beautiful new relationship.
I love it.
It's been 7 months. I cannot believe that.
7 months.
And truly, it was a last minute insane decision. 2 weeks before Memorial Day, my lover goes, hey, is it insane? We were talking shit about No Doubt at the Sphere. We were like, I heard the visuals are not that great. I heard it's a little I heard like shit talking left and right. Truly, I think the night or 2 nights before he pitched the idea of us going, I went to a 90s cover band for a friend's birthday. And so I filmed it jumping up and down. I said, who needs the Sphere when we've got this? And because they covered spider webs.
Well, of
and
course.
The next day, he's like, is it crazy if we go to Vegas to see No Doubt at the Sphere? I think he found a great deal for tickets.
Of course he did. Because it's No Doubt at the Sphere.
I was like, because there's 17,000 tickets available. I did not realize it was that big.
I can't understand it. I see videos, but I can't. I don't even think being inside the Sphere I would understand.
It was
how big it is.
It was so insane, so much fun, and we love Gwen. We hate Gwen. It's like
it's a problem.
I wish she, socially, politically would do better.
There's some issues.
What a performer! She's still so great.
She's still got it.
Great. The whole band, they're having so much fun. Some of the visuals, I would say, the majority of the visuals. Hello.
It was a visual. Mm-hmm.
I need to stop drinking before doing these podcasts.
That's the problem. Every time.
They were really incredible. Some were we would turn to each other and be like Hallow app. This looks like a Hallow app ad. What's going on? What's this?
Okay,
like
obsessed.
Silhouettes of kids on a seesaw. I'm like, no, this seems like. But the rest, amazing. The seats vibrate.
What?
No one tells you this. You feel like you're on an actual roller coaster. The things are like coming at you. You do not even need any 3D anything.
No, stop.
So much, but also don't stand up if you were afraid of heights, because we both are.
Wait, were you on one of the balconies?
We were up in the 400 section, which we did read, though, like if you're in the center in that area, it's like you get all of the visuals.
Yeah.
I do want to go back. Because
a different performer?
No, same. Show? I want to go for their last show to be in the general admission.
Yes. Is that like down on the floor?
Yeah, so then you're like you're at a real concert with the stage. They did a great job. I thought it was so much fun. But the trip was magical. We went to Drag Race Live at the Flamingo.
Oh my God! First of all, love the Flamingo.
Oh my God!
I have comments on that. Proceed.
Old school Vegas vibes.
Wait, does George Wallace still have his comedy show there? Is he still with us?
I'm not sure, but
I also love that I said comedy show.
I see your George Wallace, and I raise you a Brad Garrett, who I did not know has his own like comedy club bar.
Good for him.
I think it's in the MGM.
Oh, MGM.
Yeah. But saw a No Doubt cover band the first night.
No, you did not.
Called No Duh.
Wait.
Which was a really cute surprise. He's like, I have a surprise for you. And I'm like, what? He's like, just follow me. Come in here. And then I see these insane signs where this woman is like incredible, I don't know, impressionist of Gwen Stefani. And they were very talented, but they also were a little problematic as well.
Well, and again, it's hard when your source material is probably
a lot of appropriation, as we understand. But they were having a lot of fun. And
oh my gosh. Where was that? Do you remember? Now wait, how was the Drag Race Live?
Very fun.
I love that. What'd they do?
I thought there was going to be like, I don't know, like 8 or like a lot of them. There were only like 4 or 5. I wonder too, because it was Memorial Day weekend, if it was sort of like a skeleton crew.
That could be.
The performers that they had were really good and fun.
I love them.
They had, I think my personal favorite was Anya Nerve, who won, I want to say season, I can't remember if it was 16, 17. There's so many seasons now. She was a recent winner. She won like 2 seasons ago, I think. She was fantastic. She did a whole Whitney Houston medley. Really good.
I love that.
And she was late while I was waiting to get us drinks. She came in through like some backside door and there was a stage manager yelling at her. I don't know if it was part of the bit, but it seemed maybe real.
No, I bet it's real. As someone who's always running late, I see her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with this. Okay, how in general, what was your thought about Vegas?
A cesspool. I
don't think there's anyone that would disagree.
We both were like, I mean, the experiences were incredible. Like everything we went to, we had great times. It was the getting around. Also, it was Memorial Day weekend.
Oh God, that's so true. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
It's
10 times worse.
I was not prepared. It was my first time. Both of us, we both were like, huh?
Wait, he had never been there either?
Yeah. And neither of us had gambled either. So watching, no.
I don't know why I needed to specify ever, because it's like, no, I've only gambled on the even years. No, this is a lot to take in.
Yeah. And we looked like 2 deers in deer. Listen. 2 deer in headlights. It is correct, but it feels weird to say. Yeah. But we got yelled at by a regular at a slot machine. We were like, are we doing this right? She's like, you're not going to get anything with that. You got to wager more. Put in a 5. She's like, and then you do this. Are you done yet? That's my lucky machine. We're like, thanks, Nancy.
I think that was perfect, actually. I think that if you had like a pleasant experience with someone that was a local with the slot machines, it would not have made sense.
Yeah, she was kind of the perfect representation of a lot of that. The people there, I was like, well, this is tragic.
It's tragic. Now wait. Have you been to Atlantic City?
I have, but never gambled. Like I've been there for a friend's birthday, karaoke, and like like a lame, very like Jersey Shore club kind of vibe.
Yeah. I feel like the casinos in Atlantic City are certainly more depressing. Mm-hmm. So much more depressing. Now, granted, I haven't been there in 15 plus years. I think at least. Now, Vegas, I hate to tell you, I've been to probably 10 times.
How dare you?
Can you believe? Yeah. We cannot believe.
A weird town to get around. Like I saw a lot of videos on social media warning you, like, don't think like the building's right there that you're going to be able to get there easily.
No. The concept of space and distance is so fucked up. It's so confusing.
30,000 steps on
easy.
One of the days. I was like,
easy. How did we just do that?
Insane. But then we figured out the bus system, and that was actually nice, where you can you pay $8 and then you can just keep getting on the bus all day long.
Oh, that's nice.
Amazing.
Okay, that is nice. Mm-hmm. I used to. So, a college friend of mine moved out to northern Arizona, and she and her husband she was a a PAC. What do you call it?
A super PAC?
A super PAC. She funded political candidates from a trailer in northern Arizona, which honestly, I bet a lot of them are there. But no, her husband was a fly fishing guide on the Colorado River. And then she worked for one of those outfitters that like where you raft down the Colorado River in the Grand Canyon.
Like the movie The River Wild with Meryl Streep?
Correct.
I love that.
Correct. Movie. Very good. So so they lived as seasonal workers. They lived in literal trailers. And I loved going out to visit her because this area was great. The first time I ever went out, and it happened, I mean, it was easiest for me to fly into Vegas. So every time she'd come and get me, or I'd rent a car, and we'd spend a night or two on the front or back end of my trip. So, and then I had to travel for work out there a few times. So truly, I've been out there so many times. But it was the first time I went out, I felt now this was in northern Arizona, but close enough. I felt claustrophobic from the amount of space. Mm-hmm. Like getting away from the strip, getting away from all of this stuff, like the expanse of flat, like
you're left alone with your thoughts.
I can't, and we know I can't have that. I have to have double screens on at all times. No, distraction. Even back in the 2000s, the aughts, before we had the screens. But anyway, I used to have, so let me tell you, Flamingo was our favorite place to stay. Mm. But we got upset because in the early days of us staying at the Flamingo, the best interior design, because they had not changed it. So it was pink and greens and like wicker and very like Florida, trying to like in this casino. It was so fantastic. And it like obviously was affordable and it was right in the middle of the strip. So we would always stay there. But then, then they upgraded to like beige. I mean, they've probably upgraded again now, and we were very upset by that. And I just wanted to share that.
I was expecting and hoping for it to be more of like that vintagey vibe.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm happy to say we stayed in the sad yet amazing Excalibur.
I can't believe that's still there.
It looks like you're staying at the Magic Kingdom.
Right.
But then you get inside. And it's like dark and musty. Boy. And I forgot about that. Like you can still smoke indoors there, which was like amazing, but also you're like
horrible.
So dark and smoky and smelly and sad. And then I visited our mutual like comedy friend, Lauren Brickman, was staying at the MGM Grand. Just happened to be there the exact same weekend. Okay. Also seeing No Doubt, but the night before.
Stop it.
So
that's crazy.
She was like, we have to hang out. Let's hang out. So luckily we both had like a long Monday and took red eyes back at different airlines. But the MGM, I was like, oh, this is why the AMAs is being held here for the, it's bright, it's clean.
It's big. The MGM was one of the first huge hotels. Now, here's the problem with me. I love random information. And my mother was a tour guide. Nope, a travel agent.
Same?
I was a tour guide in Yellowstone. She was a travel agent back in the height of like cruising and like people going to Vegas. But I remember distinctively when MGM opened because they got so many pamphlets and so many like all this information about how big MGM was.
All of them are insanely enormous. Like, I have never been more lost in every space.
No, well, they want you to be lost inside.
We were lost at the airport. We were crying when he picked me up from the airport.
Because you couldn't find how to get there.
We couldn't find each other.
No.
And then it was like, I was like, we can take a breath. We're going to be fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
arrows point to the strip. So as long as you can get to the strip,
get
to one of those landmarks. Yeah, that was, now they used to have a feature in the MGM. I don't know if they still do it, because in retrospect, I'm like, this can't be good. But back in the day, they used to have lions on display in the MGM. They're behind glass, but they rotate. We asked about, like, what are humane conditions here? And they apparently every 3 hours would switch out, like they take out to the reserve or whatever. So like they're not stuck in that glass area for that long. But we would always go, my friend and I would always just go and sit and watch the fucking, because they'd like take them there and feed them there.
Was it like, I mean, it had to have been before the Siegfried and Roy
had to have been, right?
Attacks? Is that? Which, by the way, we went to the Neon Museum where they had
the graveyard.
Not even neon, like bronze busts of Siegfried and Roy's heads with like a lion behind them.
Yes, those are iconic.
And I was like, wow, these are kind of amazing, but they're not neon.
Thank you, Tim.
I want my money
for being honest about that. You know, that's upsetting. Did you put that in your TripAdvisor review?
I wrote a very long Yelp review. Yeah. But
I'm here for.
They were very sweet at the Neon Museum. It was also, we were there like before sunset, so like it was still
perfect.
They were like, "Thank you so much for coming." Anyone, there was no one there, so like there'd be a volunteer around every corner or a worker, and they're like, "We're a nonprofit, so we really appreciate you coming. Did you want to take a picture? Did you want to?" But also many rules. No pictures with something other than your phone, even a digital camera.
I bet, because that is strange, though.
No selfie sticks.
That's very strange.
Yeah.
What's the reasoning there? I guess they're just trying to manage that's bizarre. Yeah, I would have walked right out of there, because I'm able to use my selfie stick at all times.
I know, but we figured it out. I mean, maybe took about 500 pictures.
Of course,
disgusting.
Now, that's something I've never done in Vegas.
The Neon Museum.
I never went there. Can you believe?
It was cool. Because you saw a lot of history. It also reminded me, my sister had this like behind the scenes thing about New Kids on the Block, like during the height of their fame.
Oh my gosh.
And there was like them as like little like teenagers walking around that talking about like Frank Sinatra and the Golden Nugget. Yeah. So I was like, I know this place. I know this.
Golden Nugget. Yes.
It was cool. It was actually really cool.
Did you go down to Fremont Street? The old. I don't know how exciting it is now.
I don't think what they.
There are so many huge ones now.
Yeah, Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's
a gorilla
Bellagio.
Gorilla, I think in front of the Bellagio with all of the fountains and whatever. Tried to grab. There was some poor person in an inflatable like gorilla costume, who was just chasing people on the street, and I don't know if it was part of a show promo or just a weirdo.
I don't know.
I watched them try to grab someone's crotch. They started running towards me. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
I would have stopped, dropped, and rolled and screamed, because that is inappropriate and rude. First of all, I don't want someone in a costume.
No.
At random. Also,
it was 100 degrees.
Oh my God. They were dying.
I was worried for them, but then when they started sort of assaulting people, I was like,
what the fuck?
I said, we need to run away from all of that.
Did you see someone with a fucking camera on a selfie stick?
There must have been, and we just didn't see it. We just ran into air conditioning instead, which was
as you should. Yeah. In Vegas. I also just got a little bit of a trigger, so I wanted to share that when I was young, I'm not a fan of Halloween in general, just as a general concept. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm an actor. Yes, I dress up. But I fucking hate masks, and I hate full costumes, because those are crazy people.
Yes.
Literally crazy people who
hiding your
choose to
identity.
hide.
That's the thing. That's
They're
when
crazy.
that's when it gets scary. The anonymity. No.
Right?
No. Mm-mm.
I don't like it. It's very suspicious. But I remember as a youth, I mean, even like in Kroger, we'd go to the store and the seasonal aisle, when they would start having masks and stuff for Halloween, like I would have to like take a whole big sweep around the end of the aisle because it scared me so much just seeing that they were down there. And there was one time we were in the Green Hills Mall in Nashville, a very nice, very posh, very fancy mall. And we were walking on the ground floor and I saw someone dressed in a gorilla suit. Clearly they were there for some promotion. But I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So we had to backtrack to go up the stairs and walk because we had to get to the other side of the mall. But I was not about to walk by this. This was middle of the day in Nashville, like whatever. But here's the problem. When you're a kid, they're coming for you.
I mean,
and that's when I say, absolutely not. I'm not going to do that. No, I will not give you the opportunity because you're sick in the head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's also like most irrational fears. You're like, it's about me. It's about me. It's about me. And I need to get the hell out of here. But understandably so. Like,
it was too much. Thankfully, Mom was like, okay. And so we like went back because I obviously had issues with masks and people hiding behind. There was a guy once that I met on Facebook back in the day. I mean, we're talking 17 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. And we had mutual friends. This was when I was in Nashville, and I invited him to a Halloween party. Now, we all dressed up, but like fun, quirky, smart. You know what I mean? Like, not scary. I'm not a scary person. We don't do that. He showed up with face and hand makeup as Frankenstein and had put knobs on his neck. And he brought a bundt cake. And I said, I can't even talk to him. I can't even look him in the face. He has green face makeup. I don't know you. I've invited you to this party. How dare you come in here with the spirit of Halloween? I cannot. I was the worst. I apologize now because I avoided him all night. And my friends were like, Claire, he came to like talk to you. I was like, I don't care. I can't talk to him. I was so freaked out by him.
He brought a bundt cake?
He brought a bundt cake. I'm so sorry.
It was part of the character?
Nope. Just to be nice. I'm sorry. Let me clarify. It was 2 bundt cakes turned upside down so it made a pumpkin.
That's really sweet. You missed out.
This poor guy.
That could have been the love of your life, at least.
Well, here's the thing. When you come out late in life, you look back in these moments when you run away from the sex you're supposed to like. And I think, wow, interesting.
I mean, there was a reason.
Was it that he was a man or was it that he painted his face green?
Two things can
be true.
2 things can be true.
Be true.
Yep. I feel like everyone is saying that now. Why did we all start saying that? 2 things can be true. 2 things can be true.
I wonder what the origin of that is because I have been saying it for a minute now, but I got it from...
I feel like the last 2 years I have heard it so much.
This is a stupid statement, but it's a revolutionary term. Like it is for me. I don't know why. Like growing up, it's black and white. Everything's either or, whatever. But then it's like once you start realizing the nuances, it's just being able to be like, yeah, it could be that this person is scared and this person also is a bit of a douchebag, or like whatever. I don't know why I immediately.
So maybe we're getting smarter.
I think we're getting.
No, we're not. We're devolving into.
Yes, we are.
But into so much good TikTok. I am so obsessed with. Have you seen the computer make these guys super gay and horny?
What? I can't. First of all, the accent. I can't.
it's like, I don't know, this girl did it. I don't know how old she was when she did it. She looks like a girl from like Staten Island, Long Island. Like
I would hope with such an accent.
Yeah. Computer make these guys super gay and horny. I don't know if she was doing a bit.
Just her
but it's
own
become
interest.
It is just now a stim that they've now made AI songs, music videos. It's
now I can't do that. You know me.
It's a terrible time to be alive.
It's a terrible,
but I love it.
I love it. I know. I appreciate. Listen, I have a problem with AI. I understand there are some positives, but I cannot find entertainment in AI.
Oh no, it's mostly garbage. But then when I'm like, but it's addictive. The danger.
It tickles your fancy.
Yeah, it's two things can be true. Wait, quick sidebar. Earlier,
I love a sidebar. Talk to me.
Earlier, when you said your mom was a tour guide for cruising, I had a whole different...
Wait, that's so funny. I also love that I fully said tour guide instead of travel agent. She was a travel agent.
Travel agent, but tour guide for cruising is very funny. And, picturing the gay type of cruising.
Of course. Not at a cruise ship. Honestly,
which I don't know if I could do. I can't. I don't want to go on a cruise ship.
Mark it down. That's a good sketch.
All right, I'm adding it to my pitch.
Okay, your pitch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, I missed that, and I also am so happy I don't have to come up with pitches.
No.
Yes, she was a travel agent. I guess she did it late 80s, early 90s. And that's when cruising was taking off, baby. Let me tell you. And then they had to do, they were also booking airline flights and what have you, because we still needed whatever.
But it's tour guide's job.
It's a tour guide's job, as you should know. It's funny. I have a friend now that does luxury travel. Like he's a travel agent, but it's not, he doesn't say travel. It's like a luxury travel advisor or something like that. But it's fascinating because it's like the industry has been revived because it's almost like there's too much information online. So it's like, I can't. Will you please just plan it?
Yeah, absolutely. I know a woman who's doing the exact same thing, like luxury travel. She's so knowledgeable. She's also like, I don't know, a higher level sommelier.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm like, this woman is a class act. Yeah. I don't know. I can't afford any of her vacations.
I know.
Not yet.
So funny. The last time I actually traveled someplace and needed to get a hotel instead of just visiting with friends, I asked said friend, I said, listen, I know that my budget is not your typical client, but I first want to ask you, do you happen to know any blah, blah, we're going to Portugal. And it was within minutes. He didn't look at it. He said, no, because I think I said we wanted like around $300 to $400 a night or something at most. And he's like, simply not. And then we ended up finding like a 5-star that was so nice for like $3 a night. Like it wasn't bad. Anywho, it doesn't matter.
All right, well,
I'm just saying, don't judge a book by its cover unless it's wearing green face makeup.
True. Absolutely true. Do you know that a Frankenstein scared the shit out of my mother when we were kids? We went to Universal Studios, like the whole tour.
In Florida?
In California.
Wait, that's right over here.
Yeah, Studio City.
Studio City, next to Universal.
We were on a bus with a bunch of other tourists, and one of the actors working in the park just came up next to my mother, who's a very high-strung woman.
No.
And she screamed such bloody murder.
Of course.
Everyone freaked out. The man apologized so profusely in the Frankenstein makeup.
Wait, I love that.
Ma'am.
It's okay.
It's a character. Ma'am. You're okay.
Oh,
it's okay.
My
Truly, like, took like 5 minutes to like making sure she was
Calm
okay.
her down.
It was that blood curdling. Like it truly, for miles, people heard the screams.
Knowing that she's relatively okay now from the Frankenstein shock.
Is she?
I can laugh. Sure. No, I'm just kidding. That's so funny because when I get super I don't put myself in situations where to be scared. Not that I'm not blaming victim, because when you go into these,
if you're agreeing to go into one of those houses where they're actors, that's the last thing I want to do.
Yeah. Absolutely not. No. But it's shocking. My response, and I would assume yours is similar because you are a calm, fake presence.
No, I do meditate a lot. I do meditate a lot, and I'm also a stoner.
That helps. But I truly freeze. I do not move. I used to think that when I would go on Ellen DeGeneres, because I was going to be famous, you know how she likes to scare people, or to. I don't know if she still does. Wherever they are, Ireland. Something.
Where's she hiding now?
I know. I think in London or Ireland. I'm not sure. And I understand London's not a country, but near there.
Basically, it's its own weird thing.
But I used to think okay, well, the good news is that I wouldn't be a good candidate to scare because I don't react. I just freeze. Now my whatever. What is it? Blood level.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight.
Blood pressure.
Blood pressure. It's through the fucking roof. I wouldn't be surprised if I had a full heart attack from it, but I would just be standing there. And it's so funny because I had a friend who was in town, Susan, a couple of weeks ago, and she was staying here, which you've stayed here before. Lovely. And that I have this little laser pointer thing that automatically turns on for the cats because I'm a lazy cat owner. But I forget that it's on. And we were sitting there talking, and she looked scared and was looking down at the ground, but couldn't articulate what was happening. And she was like, she wasn't terrified, but she also was so confused because she could not figure out what was happening. And
did she think a sniper was around?
That's the thing. I always have a red light on me. You know what I mean? So I know.
All those tweets.
All the tweets,
all those threads.
Controversial. But it truly, and I sat there and I was so afraid to look. And I just stared at her and I was like, what are you talking about? I froze. We're in my house. Obviously nothing is crazy. And then because she didn't see the funny little thing that's sitting over that was emitting. Is that right?
Oh.
Sure. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Anywho, I like to freeze. That's my fight or flight.
I think I do as well. I remember being at a scary movie with friends and they all screamed and I just was like,
yeah,
barely reacted. And my friend Michelle, who you've met, was like,
yes.
She was like, you feel nothing. She's like, you are made of steel. You are so icy.
No,
I was like, no, there's a lot of deep fear that I'm just not showing.
It's a lot.
It's called a mask. Come on. What are you, stupid?
Learn how to pretend. Come on.
Hide your feelings. It's great.
That's so good. Now listen, something that I'm currently obsessed with, and I'm going to follow up with an obsession with you, but that didn't make sense, but I'll come back to it. I'm currently obsessed with the television show Widow's Bay. Have you watched this television show? It's on Apple TV.
Someone recommended it to me recently, and it's kind of scary.
It is scary and hilarious. So it's a very interesting, first of all, it's Kate Dippold, who is a brilliant comedy writer. She did Ghostbusters. She's gone through, but she's a UCBer, really. I used to watch her on ASCAT before right when I started. And she was in the room in Parks and Rec, and she's done a lot, but she's mainly been doing movies for a while. So she has made this series And let me tell you, it is so scary, but it's also so funny. Like I want to watch it. Like I'm so excited, but I'm also like, the good news is that nothing is too crazy, shocking, surprising. So it's in terms of the scares. So like, it's about to happen. So you can like kind of turn, kind of look, kind of close the eyes. I turn down the volume and I squint when I know it's going to be scary. But then like in the middle, the peak, like scary moment, something ridiculous will happen, but it doesn't take you out of it. You know what I mean? Like it isn't shot like a comedy. It's really good. There's still a couple of episodes left. But anyhow, that's what I'm currently obsessed with. And it's shocking because it is scary. But listen, for the love of comedy, I'll watch anything.
I will watch it. I must watch it.
Must.
And we must support our UCBers.
Exactly.
That's it. That's
what's most important. Yeah, Neil Casey's in it, of course. Ryan Carls, who was my Improv 401 teacher.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, he's in an episode. Anthony Atamanik, who was my 101 teacher, but he was also in like What We Do in the Shadows, and he had the Trump show years ago.
Oh, yes.
That?
I saw him as a guest on, I think, The Daily Show before the pandemic. He came on as Trump.
Yeah.
And it was insane.
Yeah, he did that for a long time. I couldn't imagine. And back then it was so bad, but
Who knew?
Who knew? What fun we would have. Okay, so it's something that isn't AI. What else? What are you obsessed with right now? It might take you a minute if you need to think about.
It's all AI, and I have like a folder. I'm like, nope.
AI, that's AI.
I mean, it has been a minute since I watched it, but I did really love the first season of this show called Deadlock, LOCH.
Yes.
It's
on Prime, right?
I think so. It is a like murder mystery, comedy, suspense.
Honestly, yes, similar to Widow's Bay in that sense.
Yeah, and it's like a small town. There's a majority of lesbians in this small town in Tasmania, where like a lot of the like hateful men of their small town are being found murdered, and their tongues have been cut out. And these two, it's like the townie detective meets like the big city detective who comes in to help, and then how are they gonna
a buddy comedy,
but also the detective that comes in from the big city is not queer, I don't think, or at least her character isn't. I don't know. But it's so fun and unexpected. And at first I thought the one character was really annoying, but then like the actor was so good, and like you found out the reason for that behavior, and like the writing and the acting made so much sense. It was a really good show, and there is a season 2. I haven't had time to watch it. I was just in Las Vegas. Did I let you know that?
You have been going to the Sphere. Listen, here's what's funny. I watched it, but season 2. And then I realized, wait, I fucked up. I just watched season 2 and not season 1. So I went back and started season 1, and then I got distracted. So I need to go back and finish watching that. But I feel like I watched a recap of season, like I already know what's happening. But I enjoyed it. But that's also one of I think we're getting more used to it, like especially watching like Widow's Bay. But I think it's hard for our brains sometimes, for my simple brain, maybe your higher intelligence can do this, but when it's, I'm like, is this a comedy or is this a what? Like the way it's shot and the way it like takes me an episode or two sometimes in those shows to be like, wait, what is this? And I think the problem sometimes with that is then certain characters will really annoy me because they feel out of context for the way it's shot.
Yeah.
But then once I like rectify what they're doing, it's like, oh, okay. No, I get it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, one's kind of playing this like a broad comedy, and the other one's playing it like a very heavy drama.
Like a drama.
But then like all of these insane, quirky things start happening. There's an all-women's a cappella group who sing I Touch Myself. It's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
That's all I want.
That's honestly. Listen, if I'm going to have to listen to a cappella, I'm listening to a bunch of lesbians saying I touch myself earnestly.
That's the only way.
That's the only way.
Otherwise, you're throwing tomatoes at a cappella groups.
Exactly. Speaking of, I saw the third in our throuple today. Indeed, one Alex Field. Not that he's a lesbian, but that he is an a cappella guy.
Well,
indeed.
Kinda looks like one.
He does.
Pretty boy.
Pretty. It's hard to be pretty. You know, it really is hard. I've heard about that. Okay, so here's a random question. If you could live in someone else's shoes for a day, dead, alive, fictional, or real, who would you like to do that to? That didn't make sense. I should be more succinct with how I asked that question.
Who do you want to scare?
Who do you want to
scare the shit out of? Oh, God. Jeez. So
it's a hard one.
Do you have an answer right away?
Can I tell you, I feel really stupid with the person that came to mind the other day when I thought of this question. But I'm going to say it because it's about transparency and vulnerability here. Okay, This is what my moniker is. Is that what it would be?
That's your log line, or
Thank you, my log
line. Clarify your day. Transparency
and vulnerability. And lots of laughs.
And you say it just like that. Transparency and vulnerability.
I would like to live in or walk in the shoes of Jennifer fucking Aniston for a day.
Ooh.
It sounds very cheesy, but I think because I can't fathom the life of that visibility.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and also to be so healthy.
So moisturized.
So
tan. I bet she smells incredible all the time.
She smells incredible. You know, her house is fantastic. You know, she has people helping her do everything. But then she also the pressure of like, oh, this, and I'm sure, you know, I just feel like that would be fascinating.
Yeah, how does she manage the the people pleasing, the work, the everything? That's a great answer.
And like not being able just to like leave the house if you wanted to.
I don't know why the first person I thought
I love it. Go with the first person.
Was Geena Davis.
Wait. Yes.
I was like, I want to know what it's like to be a tall, beautiful woman.
I'm sorry. You should have said me.
I mean, hello.
Obsessed.
I also want to be able to look at her alleged tattoo that she has. Have you ever heard about this?
I don't know what this is.
She was, I think it's her second husband was a director named Rennie Harlin. He directed.
That name is familiar, yes.
Die Hard 2. He directed Long Kiss Goodnight, which is so underrated and incredible with her. But also the big bomb movie that she made, Cutthroat Island. He directed that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the marriage ended. Well, apparently he cheated. He cheated with her assistant or something. It was not a good situation.
Idiot.
But she got a tattoo, I think, like on her leg somewhere that said Rennie Forever.
Mm.
And then they got divorced.
Yeah.
So she changed the tattoo to Denny's Forever.
No, stop it. I love that.
So I want to see that tattoo.
That's so funny.
That's that's the whole day. I just be naked as Geena Davis.
Just looking at my tattoo.
Looking at my leg. Looking at my long legs in the mirror.
At that, right? Just look at my legs. And then you could go arch.
Oh my, yeah. It'd be fascinating.
Because I'm sure she has a range.
There should be someone like, you know, but she's very intelligent and smart. So like she's in, Mensa, I was going to say NASA.
Obviously we're not in Mensa.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in some immense trouble right now.
Pardon me. Yeah, Mensa, I think. Yeah, and then she did like qualify for the Olympics or something in archery.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a fascinating person.
And then also her
Jeff Goldblum, her first husband.
That's not what I was going to say.
And well, that's her first nonprofit, was being married to Jeff Goldblum.
That's what it was. Sorry, I was like, how are you getting there? But now I see the connection.
Yeah, I think
A to C there.
She's responsible for his rise. Honestly.
1,000%. 1,000%. Yeah, she her institute, I forgot the full name. It's like C. Jane is the name of it, but it's like the Geena Davis Institute for Media or like something in media.
Mm-hmm.
I was a member of it it was like during the pandemic. I like paid the membership because there were a lot of like interesting talks on Zoom, and then there was like a few in-person things that I ended up going to. It was so nice. And they had a job posting that somehow came across my desk that I applied for. Obviously did not get it, but I was like, oh my God, that'd be amazing. I love that organization. They're essentially trying to, and they've helped tremendously with representation in media. So both with women, with color, with, race, with sexuality, with disability, with everything. So, and with age too. They've done so many studies. And so there's not like the nonprofit, there isn't much to do in terms of like volunteering. But I saw her talk once about it. It's like she can use her stardom, her clout, to talk to the appropriate people and show numbers and stats and like call them out, you know? And so they've single-handedly like improved. It's obviously a long way to go, but still fantastic.
But yeah, I saw something cool about her talking about like even cartoons for kids, that they realized like there were like, it was like 75% male characters.
Yeah.
And like, how about we balance this? What do you think? Oh,
what do you think?
And like, turns out people like numbers.
Wow. I know. They just need to see a number.
They just need the data.
Give me
the data.
Give me.
I say that never.
I will remember it.
If I start saying that, please shoot me.
I will. Okay. It's a pact.
Great.
We will do it. Now, I have to sing your praises beyond just being such a good chaperone and friend and comedian. You also have phenomenal music taste. And I mainly bring this up because you also, I will encourage people to follow you. On the socials.
Oh, okay, good.
Because
I'm glad we clarified that.
I should have said that first. I should have said that without a pause.
No, I like
that. I guess it could be fun.
And you don't like scary?
No, it's happening to someone else. I'm totally fine with it.
Yes.
But just stop when I come to visit, whenever that will be. Yeah, so you are so good with, I still think, I mean, I want you to be in everyone's homes, making them laugh and have a fabulous life because of your existence. But also in the meantime, you would be such a good music supervisor. And I've been saying this to you for so long because I feel like you come up with the best music for scenes, for scenarios. And that's it. So, but you sometimes, you post often, you'll just like put a song on Instagram or something. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? I love this.
There's usually a song or two of the day that I'm obsessed with, and I will post about it. But even today, Michael and I, who we went to the Sphere together, we were saying,
your lover.
My lover. Yeah. Good.
No,
we were joking, sort of, but not. We were like, I think like what could be beneficial if No Doubt did want to stage a comeback is if they did a covers album. So we were sharing ideas of like what songs should they cover that would be like a good vibe, because like it might be like the thing that's like brings us back the old school Gwen that we all crave.
I love the 90s, no doubt. That was I was college, I want to say, when that album. Yes, I know I was, because I choreographed a chair dance for the Sigma Chi party to I'm Just a Girl. Or Just a Girl.
Speaking of chair dance.
Excuse me.
Our mutual collaborator, one Nani Mendez.
Yes.
Well, Claire, for people who don't know, used to direct the UCB mod team that I was on called Pony Boy. We do a new sketch show every month, and Nani was one of the actors on that team. And she kept trying to pitch The Voice, but where the chairs spin out of control. And I always was supportive of it because I selfishly wanted to play Gwen Stefani in those sketches.
Well, of course. Also, can we talk about the mechanics of that on the stage with no furniture?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
But that's my director brain, so don't even.
Well, that was her suggestion for anything was animate it. Make it a hologram.
There we go. A hologram.
It's like, yeah, that's
got that in
easier.
budget. We got that in budget. But I also want to remind you of something that, I mean, it isn't a direct relation, but I do feel like it is adjacent. And that is Breast Gwen.
That's right. So, you know what?
The throuple that I previously mentioned, Tim and I met an hour in. I'm like, this is our story. We met because we were in a sketch show written by our throuple, Alex Field, and we're at UCB, had a running show. It was so much fun. Well, the three of us had one night only sketch show under the moniker, that's my new word today. Mm-hmm. It was on my toilet paper. Knife Cat was our name. And our mascot was my cat, Lucy, holding a knife. Thank you. I still think I should make shirts with that. And just say killer pussy. I feel like that could be fucking so good.
All right.
Etsy.
End this.
End this right now. Get to working. But anywho, we had a sketch show one night that we did, and one of my favorite sketches from the evening, you wrote, and it was insanity and beautiful, and it was called Breast Gwens.
Yep. Where I don't really remember why.
I don't remember.
I know one of us misheard the other saying did the usual thing of we ordered the same thing and we're like, did we just become best friends? But somehow it turned into, did you just say Breast Gwens? And it was like, actually, maybe I did. And then it just kind of kept getting weirder and weirder. Where then by the end, you were part of a group called the Breast Gwens, and you had a sleeveless denim jacket. Well, so a denim vest at this point.
I think some would say if it's sleeveless.
Yeah, I cut the sleeves off of a jacket for this very sketch.
Committed.
And we printed a huge picture of Glenn Close's face.
I think you printed that. You did a very good job.
And we put it on the back of that jacket. Mm-hmm. And you're like, I'm sorry, I'm late for my meeting with Breast
Gwens. But we were Breast Gwens. So I have very little recollection of the basis of that sketch. But boy, oh boy, has that phrase stuck in my brain. And all I know, sometimes you're told when you're young, like, people won't remember what you say, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And I feel like that's what I can say about Breast Gwens. I don't remember what it was about, but boy, I felt great.
Yeah, that's
right. I
really
did.
Lots of giggling. That was a fun time.
That was fun. Now, if we can get you out here on the West Coast, then maybe Knife Cat will have
I mean, the people were clamoring. They said they did really love the Matilda sketch that we did, where
the Matilda sketch was so good.
It was, the end of the film, and now it's sort of like The Graduate, where they're on the bus and they're like, now what? What do we say to each other? So now Miss Honey has adopted. You were playing Miss Honey. I obviously was playing Matilda.
Obviously.
You were holding me in the air. Illusion, stage, show business.
Thank you. We know how to stage a sketch.
Yeah, and then just how awkward our, Miss Honey and Matilda were once she adopted.
Life after the movie.
It was so much fun.
That was so much fun. I also love the abortion sketch, but that was just me.
I mean, that was a great one. But the audience, they were a little sensitive.
They were tepid, at best.
For an abortion sketch, it was delightful.
Just fantastic. And we're not going to give any other information.
Same thing. I remember it made me feel good. Do I remember a single goddamn thing about it?
I feel like I remember a little bit more about that one, but not very much. And not enough to try to explain it. So just know that it exists.
It's like singing happy birthday to someone and getting an abortion. I didn't write it.
It was a birthday. You
Alex
didn't write that.
Field wrote it. Take it up with him.
So take it up with him. But you did write Breast Gwens. And you can't remember that either. So that's okay. That's,
I do know we did start talking sort of like Gwen at a certain point in that sketch.
Yes, we did.
I don't know.
That's exactly how we
do it. Boop.
Listen. Appropriation. That's what we do here.
Right.
No, that's so good. Wait. Oh, the other thing that okay. So first of all, what is your social? I want people to know so they can follow you.
Great. It's just my name at Tim Girrbach, or on TikTok, it's at Tim Girrbach again. Because, like back again, because it is a very German last name, but my immigrant German father tried to make it as American sounding as possible. So I was like, let me just, I'll do that as well.
I think that's super fun. Now, beyond just the great music and funny content, you also have a wonderful character, at least one. You have multiple. You do videos with your German father, things your German father said, and also Mannheim.
That's true. I have done
some very funny videos.
I've done quite a bit of content parodying my German father.
That's great.
Yeah, whole show at Joe's Pub at the Public, where I have a saxophone quartet as my band. I'm dressed like Ferris Bueller. We're reinterpreting 80s soundtrack songs. It's a fun, dumb show. We're trying to revive a version of it. I don't know when and where.
Sure. Because it's percolating.
It's percolating. That's right.
Okay, I love it. Tim, you'll be back because obviously I wanted to bring back this podcast because I feel like I just live in my apartment and I never leave and I never talk to anyone. So I said, what if I make, just do what everyone else does and just start scheduling time with my friends and recording it. So we'll be talking again. You'll be back on the podcast. I want to have a couple people that at least rotate in and out,
Would love.
We love that. And then I got to get the juicy tea on the weekend now. So I'll stop recording. Follow Tim. I feel like that's promotion.
That's enough. That's enough for me.
That's enough.
I hate it.
Check that off.
It's like, yeah. If you want to. Cool.
I know. Well, it's like, that's the other thing. It's like, especially with this iteration of the podcast, it's like, no, I just want to talk to people I like. So it's not like, promoting something, whatever. But I will say that you have a delightful Instagram, and I don't really look at TikTok that much because I'm ancient, but a delightful nonetheless.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Before we sign off, what is your opinion on the phrase, have a good rest of your day?
Have a good rest of your day.
Versus have a good day.
It's kind of funny. I don't know if I ever thought about it, but it almost implies like your first half wasn't so great.
Now that's very interesting. This is a polarizing statement.
I don't know.
And I never thought it would be. It's something I say all the time. Great rest of your day or rest of your night.
But I feel like I normally will just go, oh, cool. Like I don't know if I think about it that often, but now that I am thinking about it, and I'm like, did they mean that like what just happened between us was not great? So now they're
That's so funny.
Nowhere to go but up.
Nowhere to go but up. So have a great rest of it. You know what I mean?
Have a great rest of your day, because
it's been shit up until now.
Immediately, because I love sleeping so much, that I thought great rest of your day. I was like,
now, see, that's interesting.
Nap inducing.
Well, my friend who was scared by the laser pointer, the aforementioned friend Susan, when she was in town, somehow it came up and she was like, I hate that phrase so much. And I was like, oh my God, I say it literally all the time. And her friend was like, I've never heard the phrase. But I'm sorry to Susan if you're listening, but I like it as my send-off, and I'm going to say it. Tim and everyone listening, have a great rest of your day.
Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.